afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Painted Dog TV and welcome to the beautiful Rietspruit Game Reserve. Myself, Andrew and Joe out with you this afternoon, folks. And we've only just left camp, which is, I don't know, a quarter of a mile behind us, and found some very fresh male leopard tracks, which I think are from this morning. And it looked like he turned just before camp and came down this way towards the Rietspruit River, which runs just to my right here, and this famous road, Mamba Krunkelpad. So we're going to check this road, everybody, and see if we can find any tracks of where this male leopard might have come out down here. Looks like it might be a young male leopard. There's also some tracks of elephants, but the elephants look like they're from yesterday. They too came through this section. And yeah, anyway, so that's the plan for now, guys. We're going to head up Mamba Krunkelpad and see if we can find the leopard and the elephants and everybody else. Just going to quickly say hello to our pack members that have joined us this afternoon. Good afternoon, Carol. Hello, Ariana. Hello, Rosemary. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Mary. Hello, Elsa. Hello, Ashbalicious. Good afternoon, Jan. Hello, Misguided Guide. We're always looking for spotted brothers. I believe you guys had an amazing morning drive with Andrew. That's very cool. I would love to see some spotted hyena. It's been a very long time since I did. Interestingly enough, when I was driving into camp this afternoon, along the southern fence line of Blowbank, but outside of their property, so it's actually, I think it's more the Madrid fence line, I found a half-eaten duiker caught in the fence. So I presume a predator chased that duiker and it got unfortunately caught in the fence. And the predators have eaten half of that duiker before obviously daybreak, and then there's lots of human activity along that fence line, so the predators have moved off. And the culprits were spotted hyenas, which is very interesting. I got out the car and had a look around and looked at the carcass to see if I could see tracks. They're all disturbed, those tracks, but then found tracks of where hyena had come in and out of the fence a little bit further away from the carcass. So I presume they're the ones that chased the duiker and then it got caught in the fence and they finished it off that way. But there is still half a carcass there, so I'm quite excited to, at the end of my drive this evening, when I leave the property again, go out that way and see if I don't spot any spotted hyenas feeding on the carcass again. Just a reminder, everybody, the keyword for this week is scoot. So for those of you keen on getting your hands on the painted dog image of the week, please submit the keyword scoot through to Painted Dog TV.
Jan, stand by. Can you just quickly switch to channel 5, please?
Good afternoon, Michael. Lovely to have you with us, and thank you for sharing that little bit of information. One of the hyenas we saw was one of the two we saw with me in January. Gee whiz, January. Is that the last time I saw spotted hyenas here? Unreal. Especially when you consider all of the tracks that I see on a daily basis out here of these spotted hyena. Just shows you how lucky we are when we do get to see them. They're very elusive here, and there aren't many of them. No tracks of this male leopard yet, and the last elephant tracks actually had them going into the river back there, the Rietspruit riverbed. Now Some of you might have already seen the amazing footage of that female leopard going through the Antioch fence line, which we put up on our social media today. Now we believe that female leopard, everybody, is the mother of the cubs, and we think she still has cubs. She's still got a bit of that milk pouch visible. I don't know if you could see it in the footage we put up, but you can see like this flabby bit of skin hanging on her belly. So I think she's still got her cubs, and I just wonder if she doesn't maybe have these cubs still on the Antioch side of the fence, and that could be because of the presence of lions here. But anyway, if we do get a chance this afternoon, I'm going to go and put that camera trap back up in that exact same spot Brent put it, and just see if we capture more footage of her, and who knows, maybe some footage of the cubs as well. I'm starting to get the feeling that this male leopard changed his direction. I should have seen his tracks on this road by now. Maybe he was just stalking some prey in the block where I last had his tracks. But we'll just carry on with our general direction. See what we may discover. I think what we might do is just work a little bit of the Deep Sloot River and the area around the Antioch drainage line. See if there's any other signs of leopard there. That will lead us to the point where I want to put up the camera trap. And maybe after that work back past Seskan Krip and Lemundur Krip. Still hoping to show all of you that newborn baby white rhino. Cutest little thing. We actually bumped into it after one of our night drives not too long ago. We saw it very briefly as its mom led it away from us in the dark. But it's tiny. That thing is so cute. Tiny little baby white rhino. And that wasn't too far from Lemundur Krip, which is why I might go past that area later this evening, everyone, and see if we don't get lucky with that again. Oh, thanks, Carol. I'll definitely let Kate know that you wish her a happy birthday. We took her out for lunch today. I bought her a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Harry and I wrote her a card. So she's having a lovely day. So it sounds like the lionesses are still in the east on Kaya and Lowveld, and the male lions are not too far behind them, apparently very close to the corridor. They might have already creeped into Kaya in search of the pride. But we won't be looking for them this evening, folks. But I do love this section we're going to be working this afternoon, and this route. Another elephant track here.
We were in Pace last night.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't know which way they went from there, though?
They went to the reservoir,
No.
and then from there I'm not sure.
Okay. Andrew's just telling me now, everybody, that the elephants were in camp last night. Hopefully didn't break anything.
Yeah, I was doing the dishes and one walked straight past.
Lovely.
I was seeing things.
One of them crossed the road here. Again, heading down towards the deep slut. These are tracks of the youngest elephant in the herd that crossed here. They might end up being around Lemunda and Krip. I was just waiting to see if I didn't hear them feeding close by, but I don't. Maybe we'll go have a look at Lemunda and Krip before moving further north. One of them walked up the road here. Definitely a bigger animal. Might even be one of those young bulls that walked up the road here. We're not very far from Leopard and Krip, everyone. Let's go have a look. They might have headed that way for water. There's good browsing in that area as well. One of the elephants dung on the road, just the other side of the riverbed here. Now I'll be able to gauge how fresh these tracks are that I've been following. But I'll just stop here and listen as well. Definitely from today. So I've just stuck my hand into the middle of one of those elephant droppy. Imagine they're all drinking here at Leopard and Krip. That would be lovely. There's definitely some kudu at Leopard and Krip. Oh no, don't run away. Hi kudus. It's nice knowing you. I see the elephants' tracks leading to the water here, so they did come drink here very recently. Hopefully they won't be too far. Looks like a drink. The Ellies are here. So I can hear them feeding here, everybody. It's not tracks of the herd, but they're close by. I can hear them feeding in the block just up ahead. Hopefully we'll be able to get to them. It's quite a dense block. Oh, it's an elephant right here. That's awesome. A very well hidden elephant.
Good afternoon. This is
Just going to go a bit forward, everybody. Try to get a better angle. They do like this block here. Just here, one of the elephants communicating as well. It's feeding deep in the block. This is definitely one of the bulls we have here. Like I said, guys, I think it's just two that are here. I did have tracks of the young little bull, the 4-year-old bull, and one cow crossing Mampunkupat earlier. But they might be in the Deep Slit River. These two bulls broke from the herd to come and drink here. Just try change up the angle here again. Perfect butt shot.
But it's a day.
It's quite a butt. Such a cool start to our afternoon, guys. Sure. Listen to all that crunching. The stuff that they're feeding on is gnarly. They're feeding on sicklebush. It's one of their preferred browse. Misguided guide, the vehicle has been sorted out, running smoothly again. All thanks to Very. And Michael, to answer your question, I think this is our younger bull that we're viewing at the moment. The visitor's a bit smaller than him. And I can hear the other bull. He's not far away from this guy, but he's far enough that we can't pick him up. I might try just circle the block in a short little while and just see if we don't get an angle on the other one. But also just to have a look. You never know, the herd might be close by. They might have just taken a different route to this point. But I haven't seen their tracks in the last little while. Always blows my mind how these 6-ton animals just push themselves through practically a wall of trees. And it looks like it requires almost zero effort, and very often quietly as well. It's just amazing how it just blends in there. It's so easy to drive past, I assure you. The trick is to always just listen, because of course they feed for sometimes up to 18 hours a day. So they're always making some sort of noise. But I mean, you look at that, you can barely notice that there's an elephant standing there. Two elephant bulls feeding in the block between Lemon Noord and Seskant Pad, north of Lemon Noord and Krip. Visual of one animal, 2 out of 5. Very crunchy lunch. Tell you what, guys, I think let's circle the block and just see if we don't get a view on the other bull. And like I say, just have a look to see if the herd isn't possibly nearby. You never know, they might be out in the open on the other side of this block up near the reservoir. What an awesome start.
Yeah, I'm moving the price and to the north. Close to that project area. We're going to foot track close to the Rietspruit River.
It was actually just up ahead here, everybody, where we had that brief sighting of that little baby white rhino. You can hear the other guy here now, the other bull. Hang on. The herd is here. Because there's an elephant's bum there. The one bull was back there, so there's at least 3 elephants here now. So the herd is here as well. They did take a different route. Let's see if we can get better visual on the herd. This one's moving away from me here. At least 2 of them in there. I can just see legs, lots of legs and some dangling trunks. Must be something other than the sickle bush that they're after in there. Perhaps something is growing on the ground that they're after. They're busy backing up. I think the youngster is with this group right here on the far right, but it's very difficult for us to show everybody. It's very thick bush here. Just going to quickly go to the far side of this block and see if any of them might be feeding here in the open. I think there's definitely 3 there. Just an update, it's the 2 bulls and the herd in this position. It doesn't look like any of them are out here in the open. Right, let's give it one last go, everybody. We'll go back in towards the elephants here and around a bit longer. Hopefully they'll move into a more open area. An impenetrable forest of sickle bush. Well, obviously not impenetrable for the elephants. No, you'll never get out. They have moved. Only seeing 1 here now. Where do the other two go? Including the younger one. I think they've pushed deeper into this block.
On Leopard Drive, this is Richard. I'd like to respond to that party, please. I'm to the north, approaching from the north.
Michael, I see, I'm just reading your comment now about whether weather patterns affect their feeding choices besides just water availability and presence in a plant species. Weather. Look, I mean, on you know, if we're just talking about regular day-to-day changes in weather, you know, elephants certainly do go feed in areas where they've got good shade during the hotter parts of the day. But if we're talking about, you know, how weather is changing because of global warming, I don't know. It's a good question, good point. I certainly haven't noticed any real differences in their behavior and what they feed on. And to your second point as to when we might see another calf born in this herd, yeah, gee whiz, who knows? Wouldn't that be amazing though? I look forward to that day.
Taking on a lot of the land on pretty north. This is Rick, I'm 2 minutes out, approaching the north. May I enter the process, please?
Seems like the herd has turned a little bit. Just gonna go back, everybody, and see if they might not be leaving this block now. Don't know if you hear the beautiful call and drumming of the bearded woodpecker there while we were sitting quietly. One of the cows is coming closer to us here. I don't know if you all can see on that left tusk the groove that has formed near the tip of the tusk. So cool when you see that. So she has spent years stripping bark off of branches and even grass, thick clumps of grass, over the same point of that tusk. And over the years it has formed that groove in the tusk, which will eventually snap off. Let's move forward as she's moving forward. A toy. Hurry to leave this block. There she comes. And now she's talking to the rest of them. Busy feeding on some elephant pudding. Lots of it going here up all of these sicklebush trees. You can clearly see now, everybody, that creeper that she's feeding on there. I'm actually wondering now whether that creeper grows down in KZN, where these elephants come from. I would imagine it probably does. But they certainly have reserve the Rietspruit has got it. It's everywhere. like there's another elephant on its way towards this cow. Got so lucky with this gap here, everybody. She's a big hefty girl, they say. Very mature cow. Yeah, it's a youngster. Come in a cause trouble. Hello, young chap. I can see you're already starting. Yes, he's got bigger. Incredible. Showing off how powerful he is right now. And how much he's learnt. The guy's stripping the fibres off there. He's been learning from his mom and his aunts. Now we're getting the elephant pudding as well. Must be such a nice change in their normal browse throughout the day. Everything else at the moment is just so dry and hardy. And then you've got the succulent creeper to just enjoy every so often. Packed with water and nutrients. Probably got quite a lot of energy in it. It's quite edible even for human beings. I've eaten it a couple of times. It's quite bitter. It's kind of like a sour apple. Or maybe even the texture of like a sour cucumber. But it is safe for us to eat as well. I remember the first time I let Harrison nibble on some elephant pudding. He wasn't impressed. It was when he first started eating solids and he was gumming everything to death. And I stuck a leaf of elephant pudding in his mouth. I wish you could have all seen his face. He was not chuffed, not impressed. But this young elephant here is certainly loving it. Good afternoon, Jennifer. Lovely to have you with us. And yes, we are being absolutely spoiled with our elephants here this afternoon. Such a wonderful sighting.
I'm all on Lowveld, number 4.
Yeah, exactly, Michael. There must be a lot going through this young bull's mind now with the presence of the older bulls. And eventually, they'll keep him in check once he has his first must cycle, which is usually around the age of 13 years, so he's still got a little while yet before that happens. But they might start pushing him around before then, but his mom will protect him if they get a bit too boisterous. Black Bobbit, elephant coming out into the open here to our left. What?
Gareth, I'd like to join today. Just with the what's the best approach?
Keep making your way. One of the cows is about to cross over Seskunt, just north of Lemunduring. She's heading east. I'm sure it won't be long, everybody, for all of the crossover. Seskunt Hut, the big open area just up ahead here.
We also south of Seskunt. Not sure if there's room for us.
Yeah, you're welcome to make your way, Simon. Oh, stomach rumbling from that cow up ahead. So she wants everybody to follow her. I'm going to try get out of this position, everybody, and get to that open patch shortly. I'm just going to let the second cow cross the road up ahead here now. Head up that way. No, she's not crossing. Coming back here. Beautiful. Looks like Mom's going to be on her way here now. Why did you come this way? There's a good girl. Wow. How cool is that, guys? Joe, how's your heart rate right now? Oh, she's going to put on a show for us here. Lovely. comes the big show. Plop.
Love how the sunlight is perfectly positioned.
Incredible. Walked out right in front of us. And so calm and relaxed as well.
Yeah, 18, 1 Madam Cody, Western Dam Road. Stations almost 1 runner at level of the stop, but it's moving in a southerly direction. Copy it. I'll have to respond to that white runner at the blue runner. I'm putting it out.
Just waiting for these elephants to just move a little bit away from the road I'm going to take everyone, and then I'm going to move up into the open clearing there. We should be able to get an amazing view of all of them up there.
Station responding to this white rhino at level of the storm. Yeah, it moves visual. It's clearly now mobile in a west-easterly, southeasterly direction.
Look at that combination of and foot to rip up that little acacia tree. There's definitely something going on between these two elephants right now. Look at this. It's incredible. There's definitely something going on between those two cows. But I also just think there's maybe just too much vehicle activity with them here now, everybody, because there's now 3 vehicles. And so they're pushing back into the tree line. That was amazing. Incredible. So special. Ellie, how are you? Good, good. What an incredible start. What an incredible, geez, what was that? 40 minutes with the elephants. Very special. Afternoon, Amal. How are you? Good, thanks. Leaving Jake's in control of the elephants. Now 3 stations on lock. Coming out on Seskant Pad, just south of Lemoen Noord. What I'm going to do next, everyone, is drop down into the Diepsloot River. Go see if we can find any signs of leopard. We will also work the Antioch drainage line back up to the fence line, and if we've got enough time, set up the camera trap, try to capture that female leopard again. Hopefully the next time we'll be with her cubs.
Yeah, station, I'm leaving the male rhino.
Jennifer, I've heard about that story about monkeys throwing poo. Never seen it happen. Never heard of anyone having had it happen to them. So I don't know if it's true. Certainly not in my books. Michael, yeah, isn't this game reserve just unreal? For the size of this reserve, it packs a punch. Oh, hello little steenbok. Goodbye little steenbok. No, it truly is amazing. A mole for Gareth. A mole, do you copy?
Copy.
Did you drive up the Rietspruit riverbed this afternoon?
I did. Have I got something?
No, negative. Just wanting to work different roads. Thanks very much.
2 white rhino on lemon doing close to that.
I'm not going to be driving down the riverbed anymore, everybody. I thought I saw very fresh vehicle tracks here. Those tracks are of one of the Leadwood homeowners who has just driven up the riverbed here. So he's obviously not spotted anything along. Probably driven over all the tracks in the riverbed. And so I'd rather work a road that hasn't been driven. Such a beautiful time of the day. Golden hour.
Monitoring. Coming, we don't have parking of them.
So this little riverbed here, everybody, is the Antioch riverbed, where we often find leopard tracks, and we have just found leopard tracks. Female. From this morning. She crossed her. I see someone drove up here this afternoon as well and drove straight over her tracks. She's walked up the riverbed there. I'd put my money on it being the mother of these cubs. The last tracks that I can see are the ones where she crossed here. So I'm hoping she just carried on up the river. Or perhaps came out on the road parallel to the river here.
From this morning, eh?
Looks like it, yeah. I'll just try to show our guests these tracks. Right here. While you're looking at those tracks, I'm just going to quickly mark my territory.
Station 17, going Mobile Underwood, standing by.
Come on, Leopard. Just be around the next corner. With an impala in a tree. Interesting though, there's no tracks of her here. Might have missed them in the riverbed, or there might have been other animals that have walked over her tracks. Doesn't look like she walked up this road. She walked up here. Tracks might be a little bit older than I thought though. They might be last night. So she might have gone through the fence already. But she came up through the riverbed there. That's leopard scat. That looks old. Yeah, it's old. Might even be older than those tracks. Might have been when she came through here. This is definitely her route though. She's always coming in here along the Antioch drainage. Yeah. I would even put one on this tree.
Yeah.
Capture whatever's coming and going along this road. Have one in the bed and have one at the fence.
On Tyres, we've got the lions and some rhinos on Poole North, and on at the Bundura, elephants, and also at the reservoir, elephants and rhino grazing, and there was a rhino bull also pretty close using wood.
Copy that, Sandy. Thanks very much.
So I did find her tracks again here. Again, sadly, they don't look as fresh. But she's turned up this way. She's heading straight for the hole in the fence. But you never know. She might be about to come back through the fence, back onto the Rietspruit. Good question, Michael. I don't actually know if she's doing any genetic studies. I don't think so. Yeah. No, nobody's, I don't think anyone within her research area is collecting scat samples for her, which is usually how we do it. So, I don't think so. The way that looks, or where it's a lot here, is in areas where the leopard population is, for the most part, habituated, so that we can actually visibly see the leopard depositing said scat, collect some of that scat, and then give it to somebody like Marine, and tell her that it's that exact individual whose scat she now has. And that then gets sent off to Onderstepoort, and they keep track of all the genetics. Pretoria. I don't see tracks of her here anymore, so perhaps she's got a route where she just cuts through to the fence line. I'm going to head up to the fence now, everybody. Go set up the camera trap. One thing we know for sure, the leopards will be on the move now. They'll be active. Never know, we might get lucky. Here's some alarm calls in this area. Andrew's just spotted a track here, everybody. Just want to have a look at it quick.
About 5 meters behind. Just there. I don't know if it's good, so I've got a feeling for it.
Yeah, I think it's that male we were tracking earlier. It's definitely a leopard track. Looks like the young male. But it's a bit further along the fence line here, everybody, where we captured that incredible footage of her going under the fence. It's good to know there's a male here moving around this area as well. Probably the father of the cubs. Maybe it's the Witgat male, I don't know. Could be Blaubank. But there's definitely a lot of leopard activity in this area, guys. Good afternoon, Brian. Lovely to have you with us. We're busy trying to find a leopard. We got some incredible footage of a female leopard going through the fence just up ahead here a little while back, and so we've come out here to set up the camera trap again because we believe this female leopard has got cubs, and we just want to try and get evidence of that. Was it here, Andrew?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Do you hear that, everybody? That's an Inyala barking. Camera will have to wait. It's not too far from here, everybody. It is pretty close to the riverbed, the Antioch riverbed. And there's an Inyala barking there, which almost certainly means there's a leopard here. See if that barking's still happening. We are directly opposite the Inyala. Man, I wish it wasn't so thick here. Which way is this leopard moving away from that Inyala? And is there a way for me to get in there without creating too much noise? I don't think so. Heart race, heart pounding, heart racing. Close, very close, 60 yards away, that Inyala. I'm always caught in two minds in moments like these with unrelaxed leopards. Do you just sit and wait and see if they don't perhaps come out in front of you? Or do you try go in there and try find the leopard? Question is that leopard moving towards the fence, or has it just come through the fence and is heading down the Antioch riverbed? Imagine you had a little drone that you could just fly up right now. But that would be cheating. The Antioch riverbed comes out just in front of us here. This next little dip along the fence, just up ahead there. There's a prominent game path that runs along the far side of that riverbed, away from the fence into our property. Perhaps this leopard is walking along that game path. Decisions. The Inyala's gone quiet, so it can no longer see the leopard. Joe, do me a favor and every now and then look behind us, okay? Spotted this little 2-track a couple times while I've been driving up the fence here. I have no idea where it goes. But it's a good bet right now for those alarm calls. Just creep along here very, very slowly. See if we don't get lucky. Alarm calls here now. Impala. So the alarm calls have started there and gone that way. This leopard's just crossed over the Antioch drainage line. Leopard might still be on this game path, but I think it's easier for us to go in here, everybody. All right here in front of me. Watch your heads. Impala looking here. So Impala to my right, looking down towards the riverbed here. So the predator's down here next to the river. Wait here. Wow, what a sound. I can still see it. I'm just worried if I go further in, I'm going to spook the leopard. Hoping the leopard might come creeping up the riverbed here, trying to get away from the alarm calls. I must remember to breathe in moments like these. impala have now decided to move away from the danger. They're moving up the ridge, away from us. And I've seen on many occasions when leopard then will go after those impala again, using a different route, picking more cover. They're very patient hunters, so they wait for the impala to relax again. While we've still got a bit of light, everybody, I'm going to stay exactly where we are and just see if this cat doesn't come out and show itself here. Michael, your guess is as good as mine, bud. No idea which leopard it is that's here. Probably one of three though. Roebuck male, Witgat male, or the mother of the cubs. We're going to extend the game drive just a little bit longer this evening, everybody, because of what we've got going on here. I'm hoping as it gets a bit darker, we might get lucky. there and is focusing now. Is where our based leopard was sitting. Let me know when we're live.
You're live.
Guys, we have found the leopard. Oh my word, that's the mother of the cut, I'm certain of it. Holy smokes. This is unreal. Holy smokes, everybody. Isn't she beautiful? My goodness. It definitely looks like the same female that went through the fence. Unbelievable. Just sit very still, Joe. So as you can tell from the behavior, everybody, she's still a little bit nervous. There's still a bit of light. Wow, look at her hiding. Look at her using the cover to conceal herself. This is insane, everybody. It's the first time I've ever seen this leopard. And after all the effort we've put into trying to find her, months and months and months of working this area along this dry riverbed, we've finally got her. God, and she is gorgeous. Absolutely amazing. think, as predicted earlier, everybody, she's still interested in those impala. You see how she glances towards us, and then she glances back in the direction of where those impala were moving away from us up the ridge. Now, she's been watching them the whole time. So obviously when they sounded the alarm, she retreated to this position here. And she's just waiting them out. As I said, a patient predator. She's waiting for those impala to just move a little bit further away, become completely settled, and wait for the cover of darkness. She knows they're not going to go far. They won't move far in the dark. And it's just incredible how their demeanor changes when it gets dark. I don't think we would have ever seen her while there was still enough light. She feels a lot more comfortable in the shadows and when there's darkness, even with us here. We could very possibly be the first vehicle that's ever spent this much time with this leopard. I don't know of anyone else having seen this cat. And you'll notice that I'm starting to raise my voice a little bit extra because I want her to get used to that. I want her to get used to people, the sound of the car, and now the sound of the radio. You can see her reacting to it. But this is all fantastic for the process of habituation. Stations, I've located a female leopard on the western fence line of Blaubank, about 100 meters east along the Antioch Sloot. Simon for Gareth.
Gareth, you are calling me?
Yeah, FM, did you get my last update?
Sorry, no.
Located a new female leopard, just east off the western fence of Blaubank. She's stationary in the Antioch Sloot.
Copy, we'll make our way there. We're a long way away though.
Copy. Unbelievable. You see how she's settled down a little bit more there as well, everybody. She's getting a bit more relaxed in her position there. Starting to look around. This is all great stuff to see. So good for getting her relaxed around us. Oh, it's our pleasure, Jen. These are the moments we dream of sharing with all of you. They are so rare and just so special. And who knows, in a couple of years' time there might be regular sightings. But we cherish these moments, that's for sure. Looks like she's going to creep away from us here. Oh, look at those beautiful rosettes. And you know, that's almost perfect, everybody. If she walks away from us like that, and I don't start the car, you know, I just let her leave without chasing her. Again, that is just so good for her building a trust in us. Yes, man. Wow, wow, wow. What a beautiful cat. My favorite cat. Now she's heading up towards that 2-track I was following earlier, everybody. I am going to give it one last go on that 2-track, and then we'll leave her be. Yes, man. The ghost female leopard has finally been discovered. I think I just got her eyes again. I think she's walking along this 2-track, everybody, back towards the fence here.
Smile once more.
Unbelievable. Stick with us, everybody. We're just going to stop here by this 2-track and see if she's coming towards the fence. Copy, make your way. I've lost visual of her now. She is moving west slowly along the riverbed towards the fence line. But I'm going to try relocate.
Copy.
Yeah. Andrew's just going to turn off the ring light, everybody, that lights me up. Just because it might disturb her a little bit.
Aaron crossing over into track. Thank you all stations. This is Joe.
Holding down.
Almost at the point of where I last saw her coming away from the river here. The game path that leads. I think she's on that game path that goes across this little 2-track there. That might be where she's gone. Check around the next corner here, see if she didn't come this way along the road. Jeez, this is a beautiful road. I don't know how, I've never known about it. Runs right next to the Antioch drainage line here. She wouldn't have got this far, I don't think. Standing by. Negative. I'm here by Skellum Savannah, but I've had no luck relocating. Yeah, I think that's Chris. Right, one last place I want to check, everybody, before we say goodnight after this absolutely insane moment we've just shared with all of you, and that is the fence line up on this ridge. Now there's two other vehicles making their way here. I'll just ask them to just stand by on the fence there, because we don't want to overcrowd her either, of course. Chris, are you south of Antioch drainage? Okay, copy. Maybe just wait there. She might have turned again and gone that way. I'm just going to check a bit further north, away from Antioch drainage along the fence. But yeah, I also just want to keep it to one vehicle with the animal at one time.
Copy that.
So there was a game path back there, everybody, that crossed over this 2-track. And it looked like a good bet for her to be walking up that game path coming back this way. I'm just going to go another 200-300 yards up the road here, and if I don't spot her, we're going to call it quits and let the others try their luck trying to find her. Just eliminating another one of the vehicles here. But of course, we have just been absolutely spoilt here now. My goodness. I think that's probably where that game path comes out, and I don't see her in there. Thanks for all the lovely comments everybody. Sorry I haven't been tending to all of them. Of course, I'm the most excited I've been in a very long time with our find here tonight. My word, unbelievable. All right, everybody, I'm going to turn around and head back for camp. I think she's disappeared. She said, I've given you enough for today. Maybe I'll give you some more the next time you find me. Well, jackpot, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. I hope you all enjoyed that. We certainly did. And we look forward to being back out here with you all again soon. But from us here at Painted Dog TV, we are going to say goodnight. Bye for now, everybody.